So police brutality is one of the biggest problems facing America right now. So far this year, 855 people have been killed, and over the last 2 years, 2,600 people have been killed. This is a huge problem in America, and it's it's terrible for all communities. Everyone feels unsafe with police officers, and kids are growing up without even knowing who policemen really are. Most people see policemen on TV, and they see them being corrupt, and they see them, making mistakes, and see them on the news, um, beating people, and they don't really know what policemen are there for. Policemen are there to help people, help keep the community safe, and people grow up not even knowing that. People grow up despising the police, and it can lead to a lot of confrontations and a lot of violence. And the police, they're human just like us. They make mistakes. Emotions take over. Things happen, but this is obviously a problem that we need to fix, and it needs to start with the policemen being trained better and learning how to handle these situations better. But it also needs to happen with the people, with the citizens. The citizens, they need to learn how to respect the police. They need to learn how to respect their orders and how to really just to try to avoid these confrontations. I'm not saying it's their fault, and obviously, it's a terrible thing that's happening. People are just being terrorized by the police sometimes. I mean, people are giving themselves to the police, and they still get hurt. Obviously, it goes both ways, and it's just a terrible story. I mean, it's ripping towns apart. It's ripping people apart, and riots are happening. Everyone is just being destroyed by these. But it starts with education of police, and it starts with knowing what the police really are. Most policemen go through their career without even firing their gun. Less than 1% of policemen are involved in these cases, and it really just starts with that. Knowing that not all policemen are out there to hurt people, knowing that they're trying to do the right thing and help people, and just like I said before, knowing that they're human. They're not trying to go out there and hurt people. They're trying to keep the community safe, and it's vital that people know that. It's vital that people respect the police and just understand that their whole goal is to keep the community safe. We need to educate the policemen, though, better on training, just to know how to handle these situations better. A lot of them don't even know how to handle these situations. It's a huge problem that we're facing, and it's terrible for people who get beat up and murdered by the police. It's terrible. It's emotionally, it just kills communities. It makes communities just feel unsafe. It makes them despise policemen, and they just can't trust the people who are supposed to keep law and order. If like the common saying, who's going to police the police? We can't have those questions come up. We need people to start taking action by educating themselves and respecting the police. We need the police to take action by training better and getting better in the situations. It's a very terrible, terrible thing that's happening to our country. It's ripping our country apart. It's making it a racial problem. It's tearing communities apart, and that's not what needs to be happening. People need to educate themselves, and the policemen need to get better at handling these situations. It's as simple as that.